I now have a student co-host alongside me for this 10 o'clock show. He's one of the most incredible students I've had the honor of meeting at Syracuse University. His name is Nico Horning. He's actually catching a flight after this the 11 o'clock show. He'll be running out of here to catch a flight. But Nico, tell me a little bit about who is Nico Horning.
Well, I appreciate it, and good morning to you. Good morning. Maybe you're just waking up on the West Coast. That's where I'm flying back today. But I'm a junior here at Syracuse at the Newhouse School and came here for broadcasting and to try and break into the sports broadcasting industry. And obviously, what better place to do it than here at Syracuse and being in an orange outfit and you know, trying to represent orange all the time. So that's the story. Ideally, play-by-play would be the goal. But here at Syracuse, it's all about giving back, and it's all about being a better person, better version of yourself day in and day out. And that's what I strive to do. And that's one thing I've learned here in the last 3 years, and looking forward to one more year next year, senior year.
Awesome. Nico, I have to ask you, what are you most grateful for when you think about your Syracuse University experience? Because the topic of the show is gratitude.
It is. And I think the first thing would be just how gracious everyone here is on campus. You can talk about the alumni being great, which it is. But when you're walking around campus every day and you are experiencing the vibes and you know what there is to offer here on campus, getting involved is super easy, and everyone's super welcoming. So I'm thankful for people being just welcoming and wanting to get better, pushing others to strive to be a better person or better at whatever your career field is that you want to be going into. So that's what I'm most grateful for, awesome. And it's been a great experience so far.
The Dean of Hendricks Chapel at Syracuse, and I am so grateful to have him here and to have you here, Dean Konkol, to talk gratitude with us today, because you can't talk giving without being thankful. Is that right?
I'm grateful to see you, Nico, and it's great to be here. I like receiving gifts, and it's good to be grateful for gifts.
Don't we all? Well, today is also Giving Day, so there's that as well, where you of course you want to receive, but also it is great to give. The fifth one being choosing hope. Such a broad term, could be applied to many things in life. When you think of that, where do you kind of put that towards in your life?
So it is important what we mean when we speak about hope. Some people think hope is me sitting in the corner and closing my eyes and like, wow, I hope the weather's better when I get outside. I call that wishing and dreaming. Hope is the conviction that what we do matters. It's kind of like Back to the Future. I don't know if you're new. Have you seen Back to?
Sure.
Okay. I didn't date myself here. The whole premise of the movie is that they go back in time, and everyone you speak to, everything you do, changes the course of history. Yeah. And I think we should think about the present that way. That's choosing hope, that what we do on Giving Day today is going to change the course of history for our students. It's going to change the course of history for our community. That's hope. It's the conviction that what we do matters. And today's a day to change the world. We spend so much time in life trying to control things we can't control. I mean, how much time do people complain about the weather, right?
Truly.
You can't control the weather. My dad used to say, leaders bring the weather, right? And when we choose our right attitude, when we give full effort, and when we treat others with kindness and respect, it's always a sunny day, even in Syracuse.
Well, the weather yesterday, I mean, you had Dippin' Dots outside at points during the day. That's the most annoying part of the weather. It's like, pick one. It's either rain or snow. I don't want Dippin' Dots, Speaking of control the controllables a little bit, that's something that actually, like, I first learned about my high school baseball coach taught me that, and I think since that, I've tried to carry that into the rest of my life in all aspects, because even now at the college level, you're fighting with other people for internships, or this could be applied to the job search, and you can't control everything that you may want to, whether it is the weather or whether it is a day-to-day basis. So I think that's such an important notion that you touched on. Also, we mentioned it a minute ago, but it is Giving Day, and to be served is one thing, but to serve others is another thing. How do you stand on this, and how would you suggest someone approaching this on a daily basis?
A question I love to ask myself each day is, how do I want others to feel after they've been around me? Number one, it's a reminder that it's not about me, and it's about being intentional about how we want others to experience us. And that's service. It's imagining what it would be like if someone somewhere else was reflecting on their day, and they thought about you to say, what a gift it was to have that time with Nico today. What a gift to spend that time with Kim today. Be the highlight of someone else's day. And when you're a blessing to someone else, and you make the world about them and not about you, that's a good place to be. And instead of looking inward, looking outward, that is a foundation for being grateful, because service and leading through service ultimately makes good more common in our world.
It's a feel-good feeling as well.
It makes me think about the saying, people won't remember what you said, they won't remember what you did, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And I love that. I think that's a perfect way to walk through life.
Well, the last habit today, Dean Konkol, has to do with you get to be here with us today, right? You don't have to be here.
We twisted your
right?
arm.
Yeah, exactly. So this could also be applied to many things in life. I get to come to school here at Syracuse. Not everyone has the chance to do that, and I feel very fortunate and lucky to be here. But that could be applied to waking up in the morning. I get to go to work, or I get to go do this with my friend or my family. How do you approach this on a daily basis, with it being your last habit for being grateful?
Sure. To say I get to rather than I have to recognizes that these are the opportunities that we've received. I get to go to class today. I get to have that meeting today. I get to have that opportunity to contribute towards that corporation, that organization, and so on and so forth. A simple twist of phrase helps us to see things not simply as tasks, but also as opportunities. And when we see things as opportunities, we recognize that they are gifts to be embraced, right? And that's key, and that's a habit that we build. And as we get to the end of this top 10 here, it's recognizing that oftentimes people talk about attitude of gratitude, but to make gratitude your attitude, gratitude needs to be your habit. It's something we practice over time. You mentioned sports. People say practice makes perfect. I don't agree. Practice makes permanent. Practice over the course of time makes a habit. And when we make gratitude our habit, then the attitude comes. And then I really do believe that when gratitude is a part of our hearts and a part of our actions, it makes life more worth living. We become a blessing to other people, and we leave something beside ourselves and after we leave this earth. So I appreciate the opportunity to speak about it, because it's a recognition that gratitude is something that we practice over time, not just a feeling and an attitude that we have.